wrestling for the Buckeyes, a true freshman, Anthony Echemendia.
I've been coaching for 30 years, and this is the most unique situation I've ever seen. This is a story mostly about the human condition to pursue what we love to some degree at all costs. And that's what we're witnessing in Anthony Echemendia.
Sometimes you're like, should I tell my real story? Because people won't believe the things that happened to me. I'm coming from such a close family, like everybody did sports. My mom was a gymnast, my dad was a wrestler, and my big brother was a wrestler. Then I told my parents I want to be a wrestler like my big brother. I was a 6 times national champion in Cuba, and I lost only 1 match in 7 years. I went to Guatemala with the Cuban national team for training before the Junior Pan Ams in 2018. When you're living in a third world country and you go to any other country, you see the difference. I was thinking about the opportunities I could get for myself, for my future, if I could reach United States. I asked my coach, can I have my passport? I need to get some money from Western Union. So I got my money and I said, I think this is my chance. I don't have a plan, but whatever happens, happens. I was wearing socks, sandals, shorts, a t-shirt, and I had a little backpack with my phone charger, my wallet, and my toothbrush. I didn't have anything else. You show the money, people stop. Can you take me closer to the border? Okay, yeah. And I remember when I got close to the Belize border, I didn't have any more money. And I was sleeping in McDonald's. The police in Guatemala was looking for me. If they caught me in Guatemala, I could have been in jail right now in Guatemala. I left the Cuban national team. That's a big deal. Something bad might happen because I'm here alone and I don't know what to do. My family sent the money to me. When I got the money, I got in contact with people who work crossing the border. You pay, they cross the border for you. In the jungles of Belize, it was in the middle of the night. I couldn't see anything. And I was just following that light in front of me. So scary. I felt something in the ground. He was like, hey, don't worry about it, that's a dead animal. And I was like, dude, this is not a dead animal. This is a person. Just forget about it, dude. I can't stop for you. The time I left my team to get to United States took me around 20 days. When I got to the US border, they don't see you as like a normal person. You're just an immigrant. Do you have a legal document to enter United States? And I said, no, I do not have anything. That's already illegal. That's why you go to jail. When I was in prison, like in my mind, I was still like wondering, when is this gonna be over? The day I got out of detention center, my godfather and godmother took me to New Mexico, to their house, and 1 week after that, I got in contact with the Arizona coach at Sunnyside, and I decided to go with them to follow my dreams, wrestling. I wrestled 1 year in high school in Arizona for Sunnyside High School. That was the first time I wrestled a folk style match. In 2019, I went to compete in Fargo. Hey, Fargo is gonna open a lot of opportunities for you, and I was really excited. I won the freestyle and Greco tournament, and that was my first time wrestling a Greco match.
For us as a staff, it was the first time we'd heard of Anthony. You call the coaches, you get out to see them, and you try to build a relationship with them, which typically takes more time than this, right? This was an extremely unique situation.
When I took my official visits, every single kid had their parents with them, and I was like, I'm coming from a close family. I wish my parents could be here with me.
There was an onslaught of attention immediately for him. You know, and then I started to really work on building a relationship with him. I reached out to Coach Casimiro Suarez, who was a standout Cuban gymnast that had moved to the United States and it was our assistant men's gymnastics coach.
He's a legend in Cuba. I mean, my mom was a gymnast, and when I told my mom, hey mom, I'm talking to Casimiro Suarez, she was like, no way you're talking to him.
At that moment, he wasn't speaking English very well. We saw nobody helping him, no even clothes, no, sometimes no food to eat. You know, very sad. We saw nobody explain to him or helping him to do the right things. You know, it's a nightmare. I feel like, you know, like my son, he is my son. I need to help that guy.
In recruiting, trust is so critically important. And in this scenario, it was even more so because you've got a young man here that really has no anchor here. And getting to know his family through the English to Spanish texting app that occurred, this guy was raised well.
My relationship with Coach Ryan went way farther than wrestling. He wanted to help me. My dad and my mom and my big brother, my little sister, they were always going to see me wrestling. It's really hard, you know, when you're away from your family, you're on the phone, you see them on the phone, on video calls. You want to give them a hug, you know what I mean, in person. I've been here in this country for 3 years and I want to go see my parents, you know what I mean? Wait. I can't fall asleep during the night, or when I fall asleep for like an hour, and when you want to talk to someone, do you know who's there? And that's why I'm always grateful for that person, Coach Ryan. I am and I always will be grateful for everything he has done for me.
This is about more than wrestling. You don't cross the border and do what you did and not have a bigger world view than winning wrestling matches. When you've got talent and you're willing to undergo trauma, usually you progress. And we see Anthony progressing.